Good evening, class. Larry Lipsy here. And tonight I'll be going over my OD final project, which is entitled Restructuring EY's Cyber Threat Management Information Framework. To start off, I want to give a quick overview of the organization profile in the course of my project. EY, which is commonly known in the industry as Ernst & Young, is a professional service firm mainly noted for its accounting services and audit functions. Over the last 40 to 50 years, the firm, through a number of mergers and acquisitions, expanded its service offerings to include advisory consulting, including a cybersecurity arm. The purpose of my project was to examine the current go-to-market strategy and process flow for the cybersecurity sub-competency business unit known as cyber threat management. My approach included three distinct interventions through the general model of plan change. The overall goal of the project was for CTM to establish a more efficient process framework and also allow a better delivery mechanism for cybersecurity solution offerings. As I moved into the entering contracting phase of the project, I really wanted to do a little bit of pre-work to fully analyze the current cyber threat market trends, as well as capturing what methods leading firms and vendors are actually employing. EY gave a pretty broad range of approaches that we could actually use. They weren't overly micromanaging the project. However, they did ask that we leverage at least 3 OD practitioners who have completed at least one project in the past, at least 2 projects in the past. Also, they wanted to do a core source model where we leverage 2 of their internal OD professionals to actually work in tandem to build the solutions. Overall, the project's cost had a $500K ceiling, and the duration was going to be 6 months. During the diagnosis phase, it was clear that to really get to the root of the problem, we had to take a look at the group level diagnosis using Hackman and Moore's group task and interaction processes. The way we're going to collect and analyze the actual data would be through think tank surveys. So these would be anonymous ways for subordinates as well as leadership to apply their actual thoughts into a crowdsourced method where we could actually analyze and come back with data points of what was the actual issue. Also leveraging stakeholder interviews, more pointed, and as well as analyst interviews. Initial diagnosis revealed that the subcompetency leverages multiple service lines, which actually serves as a silo and actually sharing, disseminating information, as well as puts constraints on the overall deliverables that are actually going to the client. Working in tandem with the EY resources, we strategized what interventions we would actually use. We knew the criteria for what we needed to do was to break the sharing silo, increase process efficiency, and ensure deliverables met client acceptance criteria. Based on these 3 factors, the actual interventions that look to actually implement were as follows: process consultation, intergroup relations, and total quality management. So when I really started digging into the evaluating and institutionalizing change phase, I thought it was clear that to actually see the progress and the long-term effects of your interventions, you kind of got to step away from the actual project for, I would say, a period of at least 6 months to actually let the interventions maturate within the organization. From that, follow-up observations as well as feedback surveys would have to be conducted within CTM to fully see if the interventions were actually integrated and where the success would be. I would see the future state being that the micro-competencies are able to natively and internally identify cyber adversary campaigns and provide clients with a better picture of the threats within their actual environments. Also, the future state is to ensure that all CTM leadership and employees are committed to and adhering to the process long term, so they actually leverage the interventions and put the process frameworks in place to actually allow the organization to break those silos and continue to operate at a high level of quality. With that being said, if there are any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up on Blackboard or on email. Thank you.